Hey everybody, I did a Big 3 audio upgrade today on my system. I had advantage of using a lift today, so I managed to do this. And you say, well, if you have a lift, why do you need it? Well, because the ground wire for the engine block is underneath the truck. So having a lift was nice, plus I updated my exhaust, took off my Flowmaster, put on a stock exhaust, which some of you are probably like, oh, that's dumb, but I mean, my audio system's loud as this, I really don't need a loud exhaust. Plus, I had to do a brake job on the front, so well, I was there, I might as well do everything, you know. So, Big 3 upgrade. Let me get into this. You know, some of the videos I reviewed to get information about on other Dakotas, I'm shaking my head because the people who did it, I don't think they understand what they're doing. You know, so let me get into what I researched and what I put together for my Big 3 upgrade from my system. So as you see, we have, it is all 0 gauge wire. You know, I did not cheap out and buy anything stupid. It is all Cadence 0 gauge wire. I didn't have any black or red, so you know, I had 17 feet of blue, so I might as well put it to use, you know. So here we go. My ground for, well, my ground terminal, as you see, 2 0 gauge wires coming off of a kicker battery terminal. Has 2 0 gauge inputs and 1 4 gauge input. I only needed 2 gauges for this, the 2 0 gauges, so here it is. Now, a lot of people I notice will ground their one wire to a sheet metal screw, you know, a panel screw somewhere, or even somewhere on the hood. I shake my head at that because that's dumb. Now, honestly, ground it to your chassis. You can't go wrong with grounding to your chassis. So, here is the chassis wire. Goes down. It's tucked inside. I mean, with the hood closed, you don't see it, so I don't care. And it comes underneath. It goes right to the mount for the brakes. I just bolted it in right there. And the other one, the other wire goes to the engine block, which is straight down there. I mean, you can't even see it because it's literally underneath the truck. Oh, I must say, excuse the mess. I do live in Connecticut. We had a lot of snow lately, so there's salt all over the inside of my truck. Plus, I don't have inner fenders due to an accident I was in last summer. And it's all wet too because I had an antifreeze and an upper radiator hose leak, which I had to fix that. Anyway, back to it. You know, so then your wire that is one wire that's already to your chassis, or I mean to your panels, take it off completely. Take the time and wire it right to your frame. Find a bolt somewhere and just intertwine it to the bolt. Don't get the little, you know, the U connectors. Get the actual terminal ring and just use that to bolt it right to it. It's so much better. Make sure you sand off the bottom because it's polished, but seriously, do it. Take your time, do it. Nice job. So anyway, back to this. 0 gauge wire for my grounds to my frame, and then this one is to the engine block. That's why the lift came important, because it was underneath the truck, so I just ran it to that. Now, we go over to my power. Now, I had the starter wired up to the battery the stock way. Ended up redoing it. Now it runs to everything runs to the fuse panel. So all you do is just cut your wire from the fuse panel to your terminal, 0 gauge it, crimp it, everything, you're done. Then run your alternator wire for 0 gauge. There's my 0 gauge alternator wire, and a lot of people that I notice don't take the extra step in actually fusing their alternator. Now, every Big 3 upgrade kit I've seen and every professional video I have watched, they all fuse the alternator because it is a smart thing to do. Okay? This fuse I have in here is ranked at 150 amps. It's a mini A&L fuse with the fuse holder. I believe the stock ampage for the stock alternators at 130, 140 amps. I don't have anything smaller than a 150 except for an 80 and a 60, so I went with a 150. So that is fused to the fuse box. Now the starter wire is to the fuse box as well. Every wire here is to this. I did have to cut it out to make room, but it's all in there, it's all secured. The 4-gauge wire here that you see runs to my distribution fuse holder block with one 80 amp fuse and one 150 amp fuse to power my system. Now this is the Big 3 setup plus my system fuse. I am working on another project that requires me to actually have to run a battery relay isolator and a secondary battery for it because I'm running more audio. But for now, this is what I have. That's why this spot is not taken up yet. I plan on running a 0-gauge wire out of here from the other battery. Now, I am getting a new battery for the main truck battery. It's going to be the Kinetic, I think it's 1800 series. It's the bigger battery they offer. I plan on running it there. So, quick review. Ground everything properly. Engine block and to your frame. Do not use sheet metal. Do not use anything panel wise. Go to your frame. Zip tie it. You know, make it nice so the wires aren't everywhere. You know, 0-gauge your alternator. Fuse it. You'll find out what ampage you're running and fuse it. It'll be worth it. And then run everything correctly. And then give it a test fire. Now, so you can hear the system real quick. And excuse the truck again. You know, this truck actually is a project vehicle. Daily driven project truck. Back in 2009, this truck was beautiful. Then I ripped it all apart. But quick interior wise, custom center console, 2 6.5-inch speakers, and then a custom box. Let's see if I can get under here. Alright, there are, and then I have a back panel, well, floor enclosure with 2 more 6.5s with my crossovers, and I have 2 JBL GTs, 12-inch subwoofers, the amp to go with them, and then a Boss amp for my speakers, subs. Now I know they say JBL's getting outdated and Boss isn't the way to go, but I mean, here, I'll let you hear it for yourself. Give it time to load. Yeah, it's a TV. Come on, load. Alright, it's being a little slow. Do do do. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Hey. Alright, so man, you're what the folk been waiting on, I guess. It's a
And there we go. A little quick demo because there are people across the street having a birthday party. Anyways, there you go. Big 3 upgrade. Quick interior wise running the system. I mean, can't go wrong anywhere. Alright, so if you want to view more, you want to check out a lot more stuff, I do have a page set up. It is, go to Facebook and type in Dodge Dakota. That's DODGE. Shokota. Dodge Dakota. Check it out. Like the page. Share it to your friends. Everything here I have built myself, so check it out. Alright? Thanks for viewing, guys.